Okay, doing another test today of the Xiaomi FIMI A3, and this time I've charged the battery all the way up to 4.35 volts per cell. So last time I flew it, I charged it to 4.2 volts per cell. I got about an 18-minute flight. I think they're advertising a 22-minute flight on 4.35 volts per cell. If you guys want to know how to make this special cable and what charger to use to get the battery up to 4.35 volts per cell, that'll be at the end of this video, so check that out if you're interested. This one's going to be kind of long. I got complaints that everyone wanted to see the full flight. Here, the FPV feed on the screen, of course you get the telemetry back from the drone, but if you use like some Flash goggles or something, you don't get any of the telemetry, so you have to use the transmitter to see the telemetry. down. Obviously, I have plenty of battery left, so I'm gonna bring it closer. Then I'll let it come down, and then I'm gonna take over again. Let's see here. I did move it. Still looks like it's still trying to come down. I have control over it, even though it's attempting to return to home. I'm gonna try and see if I can move it away. Far away. And a very good video signal too. Alright, let's just bring it back this way. Yeah, about 13 minutes. I think it's probably more like 12.5 minutes. You'll see the timer on the screen. I'll put that up in post-edit. 11 volts right now, so I think it would have been like 10.8 or something before. Rotate around this way. And I got another disconnection notice just now. So even though it indicates a strong signal on the screen, it seems like it does get disconnected fairly easily. So I wouldn't recommend keeping this drone too far away from you. But it does return to home. It's coming back quick. Gonna send it up. If it does land, it'll land near me. let's see if I can force it to go back up a little bit. So I'm trying to hold it right in front of me here. 10.5 volts now, and of course it's trying to land now, but if I hit up on the throttle and send it back up, it does go back up. Try and squeeze as much out of this as we can. So I guess if in case this does an automatic landing and you want to bring it back closer to you, you can still send it back up a little bit, but it'll try and come back down again. And about 21 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and let it do its automatic landing now. I'm at 10.3 volts now, and I'm not exactly sure the flight time. Probably about 21 minutes, I think, total. Okay, so for those of you that waited around to the end of the video and are really determined to charge up your battery to 4.35 volts, I'll go ahead and show you how I did it. Now, the standard way to charge it is with the included charger here, and then you have basically this, two balance leads here, and this goes into a port under the cover here, and then you would just plug it in like so. Now, going to 4.2 volts, no problem. This method, it works. Just use the included charger. But to go to 4.35 volts, I had to use my own hobby grade charger here. This is the ISDT Q6 Plus. You could use something like this or something similar. It comes with basically a charging port here and then a balance lead port here. And in order to connect up this battery, you can't just connect it up to the balance port in here. It won't work. So I've created this little cable. It's essentially the same cable that came on here came in the box stock. It's basically two 3S balance leads off of some old LiPos that I had that died, and you can see I spliced up the ends here and connected them. And of course you want to connect up the correct sides, ground to ground and power to power, as you can see here. And then I spliced in this JST connector here for the main charge lead that's going to come in from the charger, and that obviously goes on to the positive side and on the negative side, not the two in the middle. So that's how I have this wired up. If you wanted to carefully examine that, this is how this is wired up. And then this end here goes into this little adapter I made for the charger. Plugs in like so, and then this plugs into here. I'm using a JST to an XT60 because it has an XT60 in this charger, and then the balance port will go in here like that, and then you plug this into the battery, and then at that point it will charge. You'll have to obviously know how to use this charger. You can check out my other video on instructions in this one if you don't have this charger and don't know how to use it. Now, a couple of things to note about my battery is there's 3 cells in here, and one of the cells is really good, has very low internal resistance, and the other 2 are higher internal resistance. So when you go and charge this, it charges up the one with a lower internal resistance very quickly, and then the other 2 with higher internal resistance takes a long time for it to balance charge it. So you may, if you have a similar type of situation with your battery having sort of different quality cells, it might take you a long time to balance charge it up to 4.35 volts. Now, it just may be that this is an early version of the battery. I think I'm one of the first people to actually get this drone. So the quality of their batteries may not be up to par right now, but maybe later on it might be better. So I don't know what the situation is going to be like. This is just the way it was. So, for me, charging it to 4.2 volts with a standard charger was about the same amount of flight time. I think I got maybe a minute or a couple minutes more going to 4.35 volts. So I'm not sure if it's really worth it or not. Anyway, it's up to you. And also at the same time, I think that if you continuously charge this to high voltage all the time, it does eventually wear down the battery faster. So the lifespan of the battery is affected by continuously charging it to high voltage. Now, I mean, if you just do it once in a while, it's probably okay. It's not going to be a big deal. But if you do it all the time, then I think that the lifespan of this battery will be reduced. So something else to be noted, unless you really need those really super long flights, I would just stick to the standard charger, and I think 18 minutes is probably going to be your limit on 4.2 volts. Anyway guys, I hope this video was helpful, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.